Extreme Jungle Cruise.
Well, it's been a while since we went to Disneyland together. Great that our wives are letting us have father-son time.
It's always better being here with you guys. Since you haven't been here for a while, what ride do you want to go on first?
Well, I'm feeling a little cheesy today. How about the Jungle Cruise?
Yeah, I'm in need of a laugh. Sounds great. Let's go.
Jeez, the line is crazy long today. It's not like it's Indiana Jones or anything.
Yeah, that's weird. Even the Fast Pass line's jammed.
And what about that line over there?
Doesn't look like a real line. Must be under construction or something.
Well, no hurt seeing if it's real. Who knows? It could get us closer to the front.
It's your choice, Kurt. Lead the way. Remember, I choose the next ride, though.
They go under the vines, Calvin, and walk along the path to the other side.
Hey, look, there's an attendant over there. Let's talk to him.
Hello, welcome to the Jungle Cruise.
Is this line real? The other ones were packed.
Oh, yes, we just opened another rig. There should be a skipper coming in very soon. Here, sit on the boat till he arrives.
Nice, awesome. We lucked out.
You see the other boats leaving around us, right, Dad?
Yeah, we should be leaving before those guys. We've been waiting longer at this point. I thought we'd be in front of the big line over here.
It's weird that no one else is coming the boat with us either, huh?
Oh, looks like the skipper's almost here. Finally.
Two today? Why, I haven't seen his little peep before Trader Sam set up shop, in fact. He's our head salesman here in the jungle. He's got a pretty good deal for you guys today. 2 of his heads for just 1 of yours. The way you slice it, he'll always come out ahead. That's a killer deal.
Wait, wasn't Trader Sam's always part of Disneyland?
Let's shove off then. Oh, see that bamboo over there? It grows to be 6 stories tall. People say it can even grow to 7 stories. But that's a whole nother story.
Good skipper this time. I can tell.
Now relax, Kurt, and just enjoy the cruise.
Oh, now please watch out for these carnivorous vines. Last week, one of them reached out into the back of the boat, pulled the woman right out. It was awful. And, just before that she disappeared, she was feeling just fine.
Maybe take back what I said about the skipper. That joke was just bad.
Of course it's bad. That's part of the fun, Kurt. Your arm!
Wait, the vine, it won't let go. And I'm not feeling so good. Help!
Oh, that vine has no chance against my machete. How about you? Ha, ha.
I remember that vine gag last time.
The moment it touched me, I felt like I had the flu. The first time for everything? Let's hope it doesn't happen to you.
And now we're approaching the beautiful Schweitzer Falls, named after that famous African explorer, Dr. Al Falls. Let's hope we can make it.
Excuse me, but I don't remember there being any falls this big on this run.
Of course there's falls. Okay, hang on, gents.
Ah!
Oh, okay. And now, gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The backside of the water. O2H. O2H.
This definitely wasn't in the original ride. What is going on here?
This is way better. It's like the original Jungle Cruise, but the extreme version at the same time.
Oh, look out. That's no house cat over there. Bengal tigers can jump over 20 feet. And we must be at least, 19 feet away. Don't worry, they'll jump right over us.
That cat looked real. Not on wires or anything. I could feel his breath as he flew by.
Man, Kurt, you have all the fun.
You can have it. I'm done with this ride.
And to your right is a perfect example of why you never get in an argument with a rhino. He'll always get his point across in the end.
See, Kurt, it's just like the old ride. Nothing new about it.
I guess so. Wait, what's that in the water?
Uh-oh, the hippos are trying to charge the boat. Well, too bad, hippos. I only accept cash. Ha ha!
Man, they must have updated the animatronics last year. They're so lifelike. Hey, look, floating logs.
Oh, those aren't floating logs. You know, the croc's always looking for a handout. But be careful. I once had an English teacher on board. She didn't listen to me. And now she's teaching shorthand.
Great Scott, they're real.
Of course they are. What else would they be?
Oh, man, jeez, what the...
Well, gentlemen, unfortunately, it looks like we're about to make port.
Get
Get us out of here. Oh, man. Hi, everybody. This is Rob.
And Katie.
Welcome into Live and Love Disney.
Hi.
It's been a while,
It has been a little while.
and we hope you've enjoyed the episode so far with our Extreme Disney sketch that we did.
We're having a little fun with those.
Yeah. We're going to have a question put out on social media, like we did last time, for those who participated last time. And you could submit your answers to whatever that question is going to be. It worked really well. Most people went to Facebook
And Instagram, yeah.
and Messenger. We got that's a good way to go too. And we just take the names and we'll make a random drawing. But to qualify, you have to come up with the answer, and then we'll go from there. So be looking on social media for that. And for now, Katie, let's do some Mickey bits.
Not a lot to talk about today, but we got a little bit. We just saw or read yesterday that Cirque du Soleil will be opening its new show up called Drawn to Life, which is the first time they're actually doing a full collaboration with Disney in the whole performance. So it is a beautiful blend of Disney and artistry. The first show will be November the 18th. Tickets are not on sale as of yet, but will be coming soon. So keep your eyes and ears to the forums out there. We'll announce as soon as we hear anything. But that should be a beautiful show. Another thing we read about, and they talked about, one of the leaders was looking at when they thought maybe Tron might be open. And they are still working on it. They're trying very, very hard to get it to us for 2022. They have not and will not part their lips and give us a date. So all they'll give us so far is 2022. So we know it's still coming, guys. It's a coming.
Well, it's an extended celebration,
Yep.
so
That's why it's extended too, so they can finish all the things they got half done.
all right.
Remy's is open, so they already
That'll be
been doing
cool.
some test runs on that, and there were some DVC people that were invited to do private runs of that were in the parks. I was reading about that. That was pretty cool. And the other thing, comes September, Space 2020 restaurant will be open.
So you said that looked pretty cool, huh?
It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty immersive when you're inside. You feel like you're in space. There's an elevator that brings you up. It looks pretty cool.
I hope that we
So-
get to maybe experience that when we go in November.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be something to look forward to.
Sure, absolutely. So that's pretty much all I got for now. Nothing outrageous, not a lot on the Disney Network, just kind of watching a lot. I know when I was on the phone the other day, I chatted with Disney, and they've had so many cancellations from people during this whole COVID mess that's spiking again, and people that are getting locked at home that can't travel, and all the COVID restrictions that they're hit with, they're having to cancel their trips. And my heart goes out to you.
Which is a real bummer.
It is a bummer. It goes out to all those that are trapped at home and cannot get out and enjoy the magic. And
I just hope that
I
we
just
don't
hope
get
that it
with
clears
that.
soon and we can all get back to normal life again and enjoying the magic and enjoying travel. We need all of you, and we feel for you. We can't imagine if we would be trapped yet, and we hope that doesn't happen here in the States.
Right.
So
That would
our
definitely hurt.
heart is with you.
So, anyways, hey Katie, is that a jungle boat, cruise boat over there?
Oh my gosh, it is.
Hey, what do you say we hop on the Jungle Cruise road and take it right to the next segment.
You think we can?
Let's do it. Let's just go over there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, you guys, we'll see you in the next segment, and we're going to be talking about the Jungle Cruise movie.
Let's get on it. Make
thanks for
sure we
joining
wave.
us. We better get over there. They're going to be taking off. So
It looks empty. I'm a little scared.
well, hope it's not like that extreme ride.
I'm telling you.
On.
I'm telling you. All right.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the episode, and we'll see you on the next segment.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wave at the docks.
So what are you doing out here?
There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real.
Which it's not.
And I'm going to find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
I've been looking for this tree longer than anybody. I've tracked the legend to every village, every island. Nothing. You're searching for something that can't be found.
But you've never had the key.
Let's do something that's safe. Let's go see some elephants.
There are no elephants in the Amazon, and I don't even like elephants.
Lady, everybody likes elephants. Know this about the jungle. Everything that you see wants to kill you, and can. Careful. They could smell fear.
I am not afraid. Oh my gosh.
Who brings a submarine to the Amazon?
Feuer!
Right.
Good night. I got you.
Frank, get it.
Hold on.
Come on.
I got it.
Frank.
I don't got it.
No. For goodness sake, just leave me alone. That was a disaster.
Didn't go the way I planned.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into Live and Lemon Disney, the movie review segment. This
Jungle Book.
for the Jungle Cruise, not Jungle Book.
I want to watch Jungle Book.
Next time, Katie, next time.
Okay.
So welcome into this segment of the show. Tonight we have Kurt and Alicia with us. Again, we always love having them with us.
And baby Holly.
And baby Holly. So if you hear a little baby in the background, that's our granddaughter.
It's chimpanzees in the trees. Don't worry about it.
Is that what she's doing? Being the chimpanzee in the tree?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that little actress on your hand right there, did you?
These are sound effects.
So, anyways, let's get into it. We're talking about the Jungle Cruise movie that just came out with Disney on Disney Plus. We've got The Rock Johnson playing the skipper, and Emily Blunt playing, I can't remember her name in the movie, but she's the counterpart in the movie, explorer type. And so, what did you guys think of the movie?
Well, all right. So the whole thing, huh? I'm just gonna talk about.
Oh, you don't
the
have
whole
to. You don't have
thing.
to do it. I mean, okay. Let's start out with this. Let's rate it. What each of us thought of the movie right off the bat, and then we can go from there. So, Kurt, what did you on a scale of 1 to 10? How'd you rate it?
I'd say a 6.5.
Ooh, 6.5. Okay, well, it's better than 50%. Alicia, how about you?
I would probably also, I'd probably give it a 6. 6.5.
Okay. Katie?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's not a 10, but I probably would have gave it like an 8.
An 8?
You gotta turn off your video.
A what-o?
We have to turn on what?
Your video, it keeps freezing.
Oh, really? Not over here, but on you guys just froze.
Oh, you just froze on our side too.
But you can still hear us, right?
No, because when your video freezes, it also throws everything else.
Oh, great. Okay.
Because you guys didn't freeze up on us.
Well, they did earlier, but this is a great conversation, isn't it? Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we're here. So Katie, you gave it an 8.
I'd say an 8. I think that Rock did a good job in what he had to do. And Emily Blunt played a great part, strong and feisty. And it fit her.
Okay. All right. So I would give it, I'm kind of more down with Kurt and Alicia. You gave it an 8. I'd give it it was good. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd probably give it like a 6.5, 7 on the whole. But I did enjoy it. You know. So, all right.
It's a little harsh. Okay.
You think so? It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. So let's talk about it then. So, why? Share with us why.
What you liked and didn't like about it.
Right. Go ahead. You guys, Kurt, are you there?
Yeah, no.
So what did you hear last?
You just kind of agreed with us. Dad did, and then Kathleen said it's a little harsh, and then it went out.
Okay, so overall, we gave it our ratings. Overall, one word. How did you describe it then? I guess you gave it a 6.5. And did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah, I would say one word. I would just say, yeah, good. That would be mine.
Alicia?
I would say fun. I don't know.
A fun movie?
Fun. I don't know. That doesn't quite like describe everything that goes on in this movie, but yeah, I'd say like it's a fun movie to watch.
It is. It kept moving. I didn't feel like it was slow by any means. It was constantly going and many times unpredictably into different directions. You didn't expect to happen each time.
Right. I didn't know what was going to happen in the movie exactly, but I did enjoy kind of how it started out. I like when they show him on the boat and
he's doing all
doing the cruise for all the people, and then he's doing all the Jungle Cruise jokes, and
it was funny.
I thought that was pretty funny. Pretty clever how, but Jimmy, we all kind of expected that would happen.
They were going to be in there somewhere.
In the movie. And then you had to have the whole backside of water joke. You know, it wasn't an actual waterfall.
No, but I thought it was funny that he had that all set up.
Yeah, you didn't know that though. At first, you thought it was going to be a real thing, but then it was kind of funny that he had it all set up. Even the the snakes and
everything.
Everything was a setup. And the Aborigines and stuff. I thought that was pretty funny, and I'm kind of glad they put that in there,
because it's a compliment to the original, to the Trader
ride.
Sam's and to the ride,
right.
Right.
So so that was very entertaining in the movie. I enjoyed that part very much. Kurt, what did you guys think about that?
Of like that beginning part?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How it started out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought it set itself up, to go to the Amazon pretty well. And once we got there, all those jokes and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, you could totally see where they're referencing the ride and everything there. And, so I feel like in the real ride, everyone would be laughing instead of being like, oh, like that was a bad joke, But,
yeah, they did not appreciate his jokes. Of course, when you go on the Jungle Cruise ride, we're all on there for the stupid, silly, punny jokes, and we're going to laugh.
Yeah.
These guys are on a jungle trip. They're not expecting the punny jokes.
Yeah.
And they're not so punny.
I know, but it was kind of funny that their reaction to some of his jokes, that was kind of comical.
Make him stop.
Yeah, make him stop.
I won't. won't, and I'll throw you off the ship.
So, it was pretty funny. So what did you think about the gist of the story in the beginning? How they introduced the story? Yeah, kind of what the plot of the movie was. What did you think about that, Kurt, Malvisha, everybody on the whole ghostly kind of thing that they brought in, kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean?
It did have a little twist to that. I kind of like that.
Black Pearl kind of thing. What did you guys think about that whole gist of it?
I'd say, yeah, in the beginning, with the legend and everything,
Yeah,
they explained, I'm glad that existed because it kind of sets everything up. It's a good precursor to everything. In terms, if we're going to skip ahead to the curse thing.
Well, it kind of starts out with that.
It starts in the beginning, so.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it doesn't go back until, the Nazi goes into that cave and revives them and all that stuff. I'm just saying, like, it's a little bit more ahead. But I liked it. Alicia actually was talking about all of these movies that were based on Disney rides, and me and Alicia agree that we feel like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Did you want to say something about that?
I was just saying, like, out of like the Disney movies that were based on a ride, this one kind of ranks in the middle for me. I think Pirates of the Caribbean would be like the top, and then like the bottom would be like the Haunted Mansion. That movie wasn't.
What, the Eddie Murphy one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so this one is like, it was entertaining, enjoyable, and it kind of had that Pirates of the Caribbean vibe.
I'd say a bit. It was one more ancient, it felt like, because it was, history-wise. But I did like how they reference them in the beginning, and they come back, like more in the middle, or last part. So I thought that was cool.
Right. They kind of set it up in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I didn't.
What did you think, Katie?
I liked it, and I liked that they brought back in the curse. I couldn't quite wrap my mind around how a dropper full of river water would set them free. Because, it would rain and water would gather in there periodically over the last hundreds of years. At some point, they must have gotten wet down there in that cave, but they couldn't escape before. So it kind of didn't make sense that, he comes in with a dropper of river water and put the little dropper on them, and they're free, and they escape the cave and all as well. When they were trapped, they're set loose based on a dropper of water.
Yeah.
So I had a hard time piecing that together, because it didn't quite work for me mentally. But once they're loose, I kind of just went on with the story.
Yeah.
But it's just connecting some of those dots for a little bit. I was like, no. On that didn't work, because if it really was trapping them, then they were trapped.
One of the things that kind of popped in my mind from the very beginning was the fact, okay, we're talking about conquistadors back, 15 whatever, 100, right? So how long did it take him to get from Spain to South America on a ship?
Exactly.
Okay, and this guy's daughter was very sick, so they'd have to months of sailing on the ocean to get there. God knows how long in the Amazon, searching for this thing, and then they actually got engulfed by the rainforest, basically, right?
Well, the diseases and stuff took them over, and they lost one by one, and
sucked them into the
that wasn't until
branches
the
and
curse.
stuff. Right. Well, then they got sick, and then the tribe saved them, and then
they got greedy,
and then they got cursed.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time passed? By then, his daughter's probably gone anyways. So what good's a petal from the tree of life going to do at that point? That's just one thing I thought about on it.
Yeah.
I know it's a movie, but could that actually,
could he have ever have saved her
a year, before they even would be able to even start going back, maybe longer. So that quite didn't jive. I don't want to be critical here, but
Oh,
you know,
it's a review.
These are things you think about when you're watching movies like this.
yeah.
What do you guys? Do you guys
Anything you picked apart?
on that?
I just thought of that line that Indiana Jones says when he says, "Nazis, I hate these guys."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that one character.
I said, why is it always a Nazi? Some Nazi pops up in the middle of somewhere and causes all kinds of hell. There's always a
It's not an
Nazi.
pure evil thing back then, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're always the
Well,
bad guy. Yeah,
I know.
I mean, I was listening to another podcast, and they were saying, "Are the German people getting sick of being the bad guys?" You know.
Yeah. I bet they do.
But what did you think about that character, the prince?
Prince of Russia or
Was it
whatever he
Russia,
was.
or Germany, or wherever he was
It was
from?
some part of Germany. I don't remember.
What did you think about that character?
Sorry, Alicia, did you have anything you wanted to say first about anything that you wanted to pick apart? No? Okay. Just want to double check. Well, at first I thought he was going to be one of the conquistadors.
Did you?
Why is
yeah,
that?
Because he was looking for that that amulet thing in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that maybe he was one of those guys that was still alive somehow, and he's been trying to get it for a long time, and then he found it. Because he kind of just like in the beginning, remember he like killed all those guys in the library.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like, man, this guy has no remorse. I feel like maybe he's older than we think. But then,
Yeah. It was a little Indiana Jones
Okay,
right
yeah.
there.
yeah, he just felt like, you know, a Nazi. He just kind of did whatever he wanted to do to get what he wanted. That's kind of
Yeah.
what it felt like.
Yeah. I just think of this scene where he's with McGregor, the brother
Okay.
of
Blunt.
Emily. Yeah, Emily Blunt's character.
He was funny.
And yeah, he was probably my favorite character in the movie. But just how, you know, he puts him in such a tight situation. And just, yeah, it's definitely the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, think through Indiana Jones and other movies where they're after some crazy amulet and, you know, the source of all good and evil. And there's always the good side saying we need it for this reason to save all these lives. And then the bad side going, ha ha ha, ultimate evil. We will kill them all. You know, there's always the good and the evil with every little thing they have to find, their treasures. So it's always a matter of, okay, who's the bad guy going to be that's going to screw this all up?
I got a question. How did you get a submarine in that friggin' river?
That river was not that deep.
Right.
That's the one thing that kind of bothered me too. I'm like, I know, you know, it's a movie, but I mean, really? I mean, is it that deep? You could put a submarine in there and navigate through
Mark?
God knows what's in the
Piranha?
water.
I mean, I don't know how deep Amazon rivers are. I have
We
no
know
idea.
it's super long, but how
Yeah.
deep is it?
No
How
idea.
deep does it? And is it that deep all the way down to, because he had to come out of the ocean with it? I mean, I kind of had a problem with that too, but you know,
Airplane that thing in or something.
right.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking about.
It was out of context, having a submarine.
Right.
And it didn't quite fit.
Didn't
Well, I was
quite
kind of
jive
like, that guy's like the skipper's boat. I mean, he's not gonna. That flipping submarine has missiles. No way.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Like you just
Right.
rapid fire that and goodbye.
with it. Yeah. Although
Anyway,
I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
it was
it
kind
was
of
fun.
clever, you know, the whole town that was on the river there.
Could have took the whole town out with that
Yeah.
submarine.
Yeah. So, let's see. Trying to think.
I like the contrast in the personality of the brother and the sister.
Yeah.
Because she is no fear adventurer.
They're opposites. huh?
Straightforward. Don't mess with this chick. She's got it together, stem to stern, man. Nothing's gonna stop her from where she's going. And then the direct polar opposite is her wimpy brother, who has a million bags, and she comes on with just a backpack with purposes for every little thing and a suit for every dinner. And
that was pretty
just
funny.
So funny. They're polar opposites of each other, but totally needed each other.
Right.
Totally needed each
and
other.
the skipper's just throwing the stuff in the river like, can't take that. Can't take that.
Alcohol, you can take that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And you get the whole Indiana Jones thing too, I think, when the chase scenes in the beginning, when they're trying to capture her before they get on the boat and everything, and all the
great lengths she goes to not get in the water.
Yeah. and even when they're at the library and she's hanging on that ladder and all that kind of stuff, you get the
Indiana Jones vibe.
Yeah, Indiana Jones vibe from that. So that was pretty entertaining. So,
good job on that.
How did you guys look like the? Was it a leopard?
Leopard.
Yeah, that's
leopard.
Different.
Yeah, the arms are falling off.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I got a leopard. I'm a genius.
There's some interesting congruencies, I guess, in this. The leopard is called Proxima, right?
Mm-hmm. Proxima.
That's the word in Portuguese for next.
Next.
So, and so I was noticing, I don't know what part of the Amazon this was at, but they were referencing a lot of tribes that were Brazilian, or at least the ones that they talk about a lot in Brazil. Like there's some towns where I was at, because I lived in Brazil for a little bit. They would call a certain places by that tribe. I think that was even in this movie. And there was a lot of Spanish in this
all those
movie.
monkeys.
No.
Oh yeah.
I know, they're everywhere. To feed them milk or something and get them to be quiet.
What kind of monkey is that?
Something. That's what we call it. So I thought that was interesting, because I was listening to a lot of people speaking Spanish and not Portuguese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I don't know how that fit in there, but yeah, I thought the leopard was cool, and that's why all his cats that he had during his lifetime
were all named
called Proxima. They all named next, because he just got a new one every time.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
That's an interesting outlook, Kirk. I would never pick up on that. So.
It's all right.
He does explain that to her.
Yeah, I do remember that part. That he had several.
He tells them why they're all named Proxima. He explains that in the movie. He actually says that.
Exactly what Kurt just said? No, I must have slept through that part. I did watch this movie twice because
part of it. Yeah.
Well,
I think that was cool. It's like a friendly cat. It wasn't like a mean cat. That was nice.
Well, everybody else didn't know that, though.
They were all orphans that he picked up.
Orphans.
Over time, he just kept picking another one up and rescuing it, and it'd be his companion. And you live that many lives, you've watched a lot of friends come and go and die. And like he was saying, I've loved and lost many times. But Proximus, this one's my favorite, as he was giving it some love.
So I thought it was interesting that in the movie, at some point, he tells his story once they find out how old he shares how old he is, and that he, this kind of was odd too. He built that town, on the river. So why is he the one with the junkie boat?
Because it's 500 years old.
Why no? But he built the whole town. You think he'd be like
could have built himself a new boat?
The mayor of the town and own everything,
Well, he probably wouldn't want to do that because, if people figured out how old he was, I bet he just changed his appearance every couple of decades to make sure
that what you think?
How old he was.
Well, he was going to outlive people constantly.
Yeah,
but the new people wouldn't know that.
So they just stay on the river. Couldn't get off of it.
Could still stay on the river. I just don't know why he was so poverty stricken.
Yeah, and he couldn't fix that boat up. It was in pretty bad shape.
True. I mean, that is true.
But
I don't know.
Okay, so the conquistadors are stuck in the forest. What did you guys think about that? I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, I didn't really think about it at first about how it kind of was similar to
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But what'd you think about the different conquistadors? How about the guy that was like the beehive guy? It was like,
I loved them. I thought they're really, really great. That was my favorite part of the movie, probably.
Oh, yeah. I did not like that.
I liked them all.
Especially the conquistador that had like all the snakes.
Oh yeah,
and you could see them moving under his skin.
I loved it.
No, thank you. My
that
mom
was very
saw this movie and she like closed her eyes during that part. She hated it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Holly said, "Snakes. Why is there snakes?"
Yeah.
I kind of was trying to.
There's always have to be snakes.
I wish that they could have been released at least, but they just stuck again at the end of the movie. I always thought that was kind of weird. I know they're bad and whatever, but they should at least be able to die or something.
You think about it as he's telling the story of fighting with his brother years and years and years. And I got tired of being stabbed by my brother, so I locked him up. Like, okay, why are we still angry at each other? Your daughter's been dead for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You're all cursed. Why are we not just kind of getting over this at this point?
And it's not his fault.
No. But, I mean, that anger just stuck with him forever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it kind of changed them, I think. Though, they got kind of changed.
Because they got cursed.
They even kind of say that.
Do you think we're ever getting out of here?
Less human, more and more time goes by. They say that. Those characters say that. So
it's kind of sad that they never get out.
Kurt, I'm like, why couldn't they at least let him
all free
in the end? Let him die.
But they only had one petal.
Why? Why did they only have one petal?
Because they weren't smart. Like the tribesmen probably had people out on the branches.
You see the size of that tree? It was huge.
Ready to collect when it would bloom, and they didn't.
When Emily Blunt though was like running on that on the tree, to the end of the branch, I was like, "What are you doing? There's all these other ones around you. Just jump out and grab one right there."
I know. She's running past the blooms.
All of them.
You're like, wait, it's right there.
I know. I was like, grab a bunch of them. But
of course, she only gets one.
Why?
Because that way she had to make a decision.
And make it more epic. I don't know.
To make it that much more traumatic. This was her goal to get that. Does she give
Because
life?
the bad guy said she could only have one.
No,
it looks like she could have went back though.
She could have got more, but the moonlight was not allowing it.
But they could have went back when there was another moon. They could have went back and just got some more.
They could have. We don't know that side of the story.
Would she have to wait another?
However many years for the new moon?
For the moon to hit that spot.
Well, sure, but it wouldn't be like crazy long. I bet it's happened a lot longer. I think you just need to have like a full moon or something. It wasn't anything like super.
It's just the moonlight. I mean,
and who resets all the traps?
There's a little guy. There's a little guy that lives down there.
The laboratory somewhere that goes and resets all the traps, so they have to go back in and drop the water to get into the canal, because you don't want it public, so they got to hide it again.
Right.
I guess so.
I got a question. So, who else noticed that Trader Sam was in the movie?
I did.
Yeah.
But Trader Sam's a woman.
Why not?
Because Trader Sam's not a woman. It was a man.
Sam's a man.
Who says it was a man?
Disney. For the last 60 years on the ride.
So how do you So how did
what made him a man?
Was there a part that described
Do you really
him
want
as a
me to talk about the birds and the bees on the podcast?
Did you look under his skirt?
Yes, what are you talking about?
Did you? No, they just
but I'm just saying it's just interesting that
I just
didn't
don't know
have Trader Sam in the movie, but how they change it, I mean, I don't know.
I've always thought it was a man thing, but maybe it's because I don't know. That's the thing. I don't think they've ever referenced him as a guy. It just sounded like Trader Sam.
In the
like
movie,
talked about him.
Or on the ride, Trader Sam's a guy. He used to be on. They think they've taken him out now, but there was actually a figure of Trader Sam at the end.
Oh, okay.
On the ride.
That's right. One of his heads for two of yours.
Yeah, one of his heads. So now they've do they have to change everything, man? Everything. Hey, what did you guys think about the tribe?
I thought that
the
was
tribe.
hilarious.
I mean, in the beginning, when he has everything set up, the tribe's there to do the blow darts and stuff at the boat. But I thought in the later on in the movie that this tribe was different, but it was the same tribe, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same tribe that the original conquistadors ran into, though.
I think it is.
I don't know, because they would have had to totally reproduce based on the one girl who supposedly escaped. The rest of the tribe was wiped out.
Trader Sam?
I guess.
I don't know. I think it's the same
only
tribe,
one
though.
person escapes. The leader is killed, or the conquistadors wipe out the entire tribe except for the one girl.
Oh.
And that priest or the king cast that spell upon all of them.
Maybe that one girl was Trader Sam. But it couldn't have been, because then she'd be like
older
500
than
years
dirt
old
too. Yeah.
Well, I guess if you live forever, you can keep having babies.
I guess, but I don't think she was cursed. He did the curse to protect her. So it's like,
Yeah, that's true.
I think this is a whole other.
Yeah, it just kind of.
I think it's a different.
It was just trying to go along with the movie. I get it. It was just kind of. There's just a lot of questions in the end, I guess.
Of course, there's questions. That's why we do this.
Yes.
They still kept it kind of comical, though, didn't they?
It was funny. They're all dressed all gruesome, and then
because they were still screwing with people. It was,
all right, man. Enough
it
with this
wasn't like
stuff.
a serious thing. You know?
This girl's gonna hurt somebody.
Okay, how did you guys feel when you found out that? Okay, I can't remember, to be honest with you.
On what?
They didn't find out how old he was and stuff until he got that thing jabbed through him.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about that once you found out that he was as old as he was?
Well, it kind of made more sense. How he had the maps and he knew so much, and how could he keep setting all this stuff up? He had years and years and years he'd been doing this. I mean, it started kind of making sense.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery,
Plastic surgery. This is the rock, man. You don't need no surgery there.
Well, that's how he had enough time to get all buff.
Open all the Amazon tree branches and stuff. I'm pumping myself up.
I mean, I liked that thing. I just thought that all the conquistadors or wherever they are were all trapped, and it sounded like it was just those other guys, So I thought that was a cool little twist, and I enjoyed that. I didn't feel bad or like weird about it. I thought it was a cool little thing.
That was one of those
twist.
It was like one of those moments.
Yeah, that made sense, and you're like, okay, I get it now.
Okay, next question then. He's that old. I mean, okay.
He looks dang good for a 500-year-old
conquistador. Shouldn't he known where? I mean, how come he couldn't just go right to the place where the tree was at that point?
Find it. He was missing the amulet. He was missing the key.
Yeah, he didn't know the exact spot.
I think he was trying to just find it, and it was just. I mean, the jungle's a big place, If someone just dropped it in the woods or something, I mean, it could be anywhere.
He had a good portion of the clues, but not all the clues.
Right.
And that amulet had been stolen and hidden away for years and years, and that was a big clue. Right. Was that amulet? And Trader Sam, which is kind of funny that she's been friends with him all this time, translates everything on the amulet and tells him right where to go.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't have the amulet.
She didn't have the amulet to translate, but she could read right through it and get right to where it needed to be. So you're like, oh, he had the key all along, but not until they stole that amulet.
So, how did you feel? Okay, so I thought it was kind of weird when they actually found the place, and then they're doing the whole diving under the water, and then he's breathing carbon monoxide into her mouth.
I know.
Yeah, I thought that was a little. Yeah, I'm like, that's weird.
The romance.
Exhale oxygen.
Plus, she was like afraid of swimming, and
he can't drown. So why don't you just let him go?
I mean, why did she say?
Why did she have to be the one?
Because he couldn't fit in there.
You don't exhale oxygen.
Oh, yeah, he was too buff.
But you know what? When you're that buff, break another brand in there and get your butt in there. Don't shove the girl that can't breathe.
Exactly.
But you know, it had to add some drama.
I did think the carbon dioxide thing was funny. I was like,
I've seen it in other movies, that whole kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that was one thing that popped in my head. And it's popped in a lot of people's heads too.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think they just added that. Just add, I don't know.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting. I thought, okay, these tribes supposedly were going in here and getting petals for years and had mastered getting these petals and the healing arts, etc. So they've obviously gone in, triggered these things, floated down the canal, harvested, came back out and reset all these traps.
Well, I mean, I think it's been
for years and years
submerged
and years.
since like I put the curse though. I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think it was disturbed until then.
Those traps to begin with.
Or the magical curse set the traps. I don't know.
Oh,
magical.
I don't know, but it's cool. It was fine. But yeah, I mean, it was good, and I think the last part. I mean, that was cool. He went back into civilization. I was trying to wonder what the petal did to him in the end. Did it turn him mortal again?
Turned him mortal again.
So he could actually die at some point.
Broke the curse.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to understand, whether it was that or whether it was just getting him out of that.
The curse.
Yeah, this is the curse in general. So I was just, because they didn't really explain it. It was kind of, okay, I think I get it. And so I guess he's like, he's got like 40, 50 years left then, I guess, or something.
From whatever he's got, but he gets to live his life out. Away from the water and actually, drive cars up on curbs.
Yeah, so it must have released him from the curse.
Correct.
So are they in a love thing, Emily and him?
Yes.
Okay, because it kind of.
I feel like it's so abrupt.
It was kind of abrupt, and I didn't know exactly if that was going to happen, or if it was going to be like, you're going to be this cool, 500-year-old friend that nobody knows that's that old, and now I'm going to show you the world and stuff. But I didn't. I'm like, man, she likes older guys,
But you can see a relationship developing as she learns more of his character and the art and the talent and all that he had done through the years. She is softening to him, and eventually she asked him, would not a life with me be enough? Would that life not be enough? Because he said, I've lived my life. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
But I wear pants.
But he never had love. He never had any of that.
What, a girl that wore pants?
Come on, pants. That's what he called her.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I think it's kind of cool that he got to have a life. I too wanted the rest of the conquistadors to have their freedom, but it wasn't meant to be in the cards.
Right. They kind of alluded to the fact they're a little too far gone. So,
sure, I guess, but I don't know.
All right. So let me ask. So the next question is: do you think this movie sets the Jungle Cruise up as a new Disney franchise?
A new Disney franchise?
I'm saying,
a
movie franchise. Movie franchise.
You mean can there be a part two?
Like Pirates of the Caribbean has several movies.
It's a one and done.
I think it's a one. I would say one and done. I liked it, but it's a one and done. I can't see them going further with it. I think in ways they could have done it differently, where we could have continued with stories in the jungle, but not in that way where it had the whole spin of rescuing him and him going to the city. It's done.
We hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kurt?
Unless Disney wants more money, and then they'll just make more, even if it's not good.
Well,
I guess.
One thing I was thinking, they could have a different skipper. They could do something totally different, but have a different skipper.
There'd just be a different cruise each time.
Yeah, it's some kind of different jungle cruise.
Takes over the boat or something.
Huh?
Boat's gone.
It'd be a different boat.
Oh yeah,
it'll probably be a different
maybe
boat.
some other group was going after the pet. After all this time, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't. I hope it doesn't continue, but you never know.
Yeah, I think that one's one and done, and I think there's other things they can do. It was a good movie. I like that it tells the story about, the skipper, and I think that helps them to guide it into the ride as it's getting revamped to tell a story of the skipper instead of it being about, other people that are out in the tribes. They are talking about the story of the skipper. So it kind of fits with the new remodel.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have a rock animatronic in there?
I hope not. They say they're not going to do that.
I doubt it.
I hope they don't put the rock in the ride. I would. Yeah.
I can't see that. I could see him popping up like Johnny Depp did many times during the Pirates of the Caribbean, him popping up somewhere on the ride here and there.
But Johnny
but
Depp's
not permanent.
On the animatronics actually in the ride. I do not think they'll do that, John, with the Jungle Cruise. In fact, I think they actually said they're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think Rock wanted that anyway.
Thank God.
He just wanted to be part of the magic.
I think that would really bother me.
Yeah.
They did that. Well, I know there's lots of other stuff we could probably talk about. The movies. Is there anything else that you guys want to add about the movie that you liked or didn't like that we didn't hit?
I like how in the end the brother kind of told off the society.
I did like that part.
Dr. Lily.
You can kiss our asps.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That was.
Hey, what did you guys think about when they after they hit the tree and they all escape and they're coming back into the town and they're rowing with like a tree branch on this little raft? What did you think about that? I thought, right.
It took days getting down this thing and over the falls and all this other
rode
stuff.
All the way back from that. It took them days to get down there, and they're like, have this little tree branch, and they're rowing back. I'm like, that's a little far fetched.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get out and walk.
I don't know. There's lots of
probably be a
stuff
little quicker.
Yeah, stuff in the jungle still, okay?
Well, I know, but you got to
remember what he said.
You guys not invincible anymore.
Everything here can kill you.
It's not invincible anymore.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't want to eat you wants to kill you.
Yeah.
There's still fish in the Amazon that can just eat people whole, though. I don't know.
Yeah, like piranhas and stuff.
Well, not just piranhas, but I mean just like literal huge fish that you just go.
Yeah, I thought the water was funny when he says you've got the best bathtub, and then scoops up a whole bunch of piranha and feeds them to him for dinner. You're
What's that taste? Blood.
But
yeah,
anyway.
okay. So I have to agree with you. I don't think it's going to be a franchise thing. That's the one and done.
One and done.
Totally agree with you.
One and done.
But it was good. You guys, did you think it was too long?
No.
It was a little longer than we thought. I guess it was over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't feel long though. I think they needed the time frame to tell the story. And again, this is once and done.
Do you think so?
They needed to finish the story. There was a lot of detail.
There's nothing in there that they could have cut out and still been a good movie.
Maybe, but I didn't feel like they could have cut half of that out. I felt like it continued on. The story needed what it had.
Did any part of it drag on?
Not really for me.
Kurt, Alicia, did any part of it kind of drag for you?
I don't think so. I think it was fine. I guess for us, it was more like we couldn't finish it in one sitting. We had to wait for the next day because it was already really late when we were watching it.
So that's just
that's us.
That's not when we decided to watch it.
I wanted to see the rest of it. I don't know. Maybe we haven't talked a crazy amount about the Nazi man, but as much. But I guess some of that could have been taken out.
When he's talking to the bees.
Yeah, he's my least favorite character.
He sings a lullaby from Winnie the Pooh,
and what? They're all buzzing in front of his face. What did you say?
What?
That was kind of a little ridiculous.
I think maybe if he got maybe less time of him trying to find places, try to find where he was supposed to go. Maybe just he's gone for a while and then somehow he's always right behind them, but you don't have to explain why. Maybe. Besides that, I think he was good.
How did you guys like his demise?
His what?
His demise.
Demise.
That was perfect.
Oh, Scheisse.
Well, that wasn't exactly as I planned, but okay.
Didn't see that coming.
We saw a guy get smashed to death. Man, that's pretty violent. Nazi, no less.
But he became part
I
of
guess
the
he's not
forest.
going to be in the second movie.
No.
No, he's dead.
So yeah, I don't think they could change or twist. I liked it the way it was. I think the length was good. There are other ones I could remake. I could redo the Haunted Mansion and do a whole nother movie on the Haunted Mansion because I think they could have done that.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be the black version. I think they could do it again and really stay true to the characters.
Yeah, and they stay true to the kind of the backstory of the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of did in that one. But, I mean, did it a little different, maybe a little more creepy, maybe. Instead of comical. If they ever do another Haunted Mansion, that would be.
I think they could redo one on that.
I think they're redoing that one. I heard.
I thought they did Twilight Zone pretty good. I liked the old classic Twilight Zone when they redid the movie on that. I think they did a good job. And that could be retold again. I think Steve Gutenberg. I can't remember.
Twilight. I don't know.
I'd have to watch it.
There's
again.
only a few. There's only a few.
They did rides on. They could redo that one.
I think Twilight Zone. I think. Well, now the Jungle Book, Haunted Mansion. I don't know the other ones, but there's not a lot. I'm sorry. So thanks for joining us for the episode. Hope you enjoyed the Jungle Cruise movie review. And you guys have a great week. And you know what? Treat everybody nice. Be a good human being. And we're all going through a lot of stuff right now. And it's important that we treat each other good. Even if we don't think alike. Okay? So everybody have a great week. And until next time, we will see you later. Have a good
Everybody
week.
enjoy our little granddaughter Holly.
Oh, yeah.
Making her own little debut, talking and squealing.
Say goodbye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Just read your first like 4 lines or something like that.
Just read the whole script.
Yeah, just redo it.
Yeah, just read your first 22 lines, okay?
It sucks. Okay, Dad, it sucks. I'm just kidding.
Sure. That's great.
All right, Dad. I think that's good.
Hey, look, there's an attendant over there. Let's
Hey,
talk
Dad,
to them.
Dad, you can stop.
I'm doing the whole gosh darn thing. Whether
Yeah, you
like
should be
it or
leaving
not.
before those guys. We've been waiting here for a long time at this point. I thought we'd be in front of the big line over here.
What you what
I
not?
thought that was